Hello guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see all of you here today. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, here's my question. Here's a question I have. Mark, what is the most common limiting belief we all suffer from, and why is it important to remove it? So there's a lot of limiting beliefs we have, but the most common limiting belief, and I'm gonna go into this limiting belief and show you why this limiting belief is very impactful on your life, and you definitely need, I have to use the word need here, but you definitely got to get it out of your consciousness. Okay, the most common limiting belief is limitation. You have a limited mindset. That is the most common limiting belief. You see everything as not enough. It's limited. That limiting belief, my friends, was concocted and put into us through the matrix. That is the matrix, ace of spades. They love to push that narrative to you. Limitation, not enough to go around. Stick with what you have. Don't try. Don't don't attempt. Don't go. Don't do this. It's not enough. Keep your mind settled. Now, why is this important? Let me tell you something. This limiting belief will lead to guiltiness, low self-esteem, and all the other stuff. And I'll give you a perfect example of this limiting belief, and I'm going to show you why this is not true, why there is no such thing as limitation. Okay, so but let's get into the psychology of this limiting belief here. So I had a question from one of you guys, and the question, I paraphrase it, it goes something like this. Mark, I would desire to win. This person wants something, they won a scratch off in the lottery a few years ago. I think they won like 60,000 on it, 50,000, and ever since then they weren't winning anymore. And they asked me a question. The question was, Mark, I would like to win another scratch off or win the lottery, but the problem is this: I just have this belief or this guilt that I'm taking it away from someone else. Someone else needs it more than I do. Someone is more hungrier, someone is more poor than I, and I feel if I try to manifest this, I'm taking their energy, and I feel guilty. Now, if you're experiencing that, you're not going to manifest anything you want. It can't work. If you are worried about what other people think, worried about other people's situation, other people's problems, that's the limitation, then you will not receive the thing that you desire. And it's a simple fact, because it's in your subconscious mind, which can't judge, don't care, don't think, only responds to the energy you're feeling. So why would someone feel this way? Well, someone would feel this way because the majority of individuals don't have an accurate understanding or knowledge of how the universe works. See, majority of people think in a limited mindset. And the reason why a majority of people think in a limited mindset is because that is what's been shown to them in their world. In their physical world, they have been conditioned to believe limitation is the key. No one talks about unlimited. No one says infinite. But the truth is, and I'm going to tell you the truth right now, the truth is this: all of that is a lie. Where you live and exist right now, there cannot be any limitation. It's literally impossible. I repeat it again. It's literally impossible to live in a limited universe. First of all, your subconscious mind is unlimited. Second of all, the universe you inhabit is not a universe, it's a multiverse. The multiverse is unlimited. Third of all, you have infinite copies of infinite realities of you experiencing the same thing or different things. So let's go back to the analogy when a person says, well, I think I'm taking it away from someone because if I win. How can you take away from someone when there is infinite to go around? You cannot take away from that person, because in another parallel reality, that person's already have it. You can only take away if there's one limited verse. There's unlimited multiverse, not even universe. Do you see what I'm saying here? So the next time you want to achieve something, keep that in your mind. So if the next time you go around and you think, I want to manifest, but I feel bad because I might take it away from someone, I might take them out. You can't take it away from someone because there's more than enough to go around. It's an infinite. You branch off into a reality where you get it and a reality where that person already have it. So why is this important? Well, because if you have a mindset like this, it's really going to trickle in all aspects of your life. Number one, finances. Number two, relationships. Number three, yourself. All of this is going to affect you because you have convinced, basically you have convinced yourself that you're not as worthy or deserving as the other person. The other person needs it more than you. That is a limiting belief. That is low self-concept. That is low self-esteem. Now look, it's not your fault. So don't go blaming yourself. The reason it's not your fault is because you were not taught the truth. So I can't blame you if they didn't teach you the truth. But however, now that you know the truth and you don't change it, I can blame you. Okay? So now you know you have to change it. And I'll repeat it again because many of you are coming on here. The number one common limiting belief is a limited mindset. You believe and think that there's limitation, there's not enough to go around, there's a limited supply of everything. And that's a lie. The truth is, limitation cannot exist in the multiverse. It's impossible. There's unlimited resources for everyone. There's more than enough to share. There's more than enough spoils. Money can come from anywhere. Opportunities come from anywhere. Because all of this is being generated by an unlimited mind. Okay? You see what I'm saying? It's our ego that will make you feel limitation. Keyword, feel limitation, not experience or exist in limitation. Limitation is actually an illusion. It's generated by the mind, the conscious mind. The conscious mind shrinks the reality, tunnel vision, so it can see what it needs to control to help you be safe. It doesn't pay attention to everything else around it. As a matter of fact, in your conscious mind is primarily capped to see only certain information. So this is why you have a concept of limitation. But if with knowledge and truth, you'll understand that you don't have one mind. You have another mind, a subconscious mind, which in that mind houses unlimited stuff. It's infinite. In that mind, you can traverse the entire multiverse. In that mind, you can go to parallel realities and pick up the energy of your, what they call parallel self, future self. You can pick up the information, the energy, the knowledge of what they did to become successful, how they became successful, and you can traverse that by way of quantum entanglement back into your consciousness here and get it into your brain and get the blueprint of success from your parallel self. Your parallel self is a lawyer, a doctor, whatever success, won the lottery, anything he does as success, because there exists infinite realities. You can traverse there and get that information and bring it back here and use it and apply it in this present reality that you're experiencing right now. So, see how it is? There's no such thing as a limited mindset. There is only unlimited existence. So that is the most common one, and the reason why you should, as I said, why you should remove that and get that out is because it impacts your life in all the areas. It impacts your life in self-esteem. It impacts your life in relationships and love. It impacts your life in finances. It impacts your mental health. It impacts how you feel, what you think. It impacts everything in your body, your health. You'll get, with this limiting belief, people will get more depression, more anxiety. You see what I'm showing you? All because of this simple thing that you are conditioned to believe, that we live in a limited world. And when you look around you, all of this reality, all of the society, all of the things, they show you this. Yes, EFT tapping is a great tool that can help you. EFT tapping works. Emotional frequency tapping. Yes, you gotta understand, guys, you're correct. We are the source, the consciousness experienced in itself. So how can it be limited? So now you want to fix it. You fix it now by stop. Really, I have to be blunt here, man. You fix it by stop caring about other people. You got to do that. You got to stop. You got to stop. You know, there's a fine line between empathy and helping people. It's a balance. Yes, I'm not telling you to stop caring, don't care totally about people, but there's a balance. You cannot get to the point where you care about people and you don't care about yourself. And then you're giving up opportunities for yourself because you feel it's somebody else. It doesn't work like that, man. You think you're doing something good, but you're actually harming yourself on that. That's the conundrum of this. You think, oh man, I'm sacrificing. They need it more than I do. I don't want to win the lottery. I don't want to manifest this because I might be taking the energy away from someone else that need it more than I do. And you go off to yourself. I did something good. You're actually harming yourself, my friend, because what you're doing, you're programming because we're dealing with an illogical mind. That's why you have to have boundaries. And here's the most important thing, illogical mind. You are training and teaching your subconscious mind that, hey, I am not worthy. I am not deserving. That person over there is more worthy and deserving than me. So go ahead and take away all of my abundance and give it to someone else. That's what you're actually doing. And then you wonder why it doesn't work out. I never have enough of that. And you would never think that simple concept in your head is hurtful or harmful to your being. It's not fair, of course. But it is what it is, and that's how it works. That's correct. Shreem Breeze says it here. I'm going to repeat this because this is so on point. This is what Shreem Breeze 877. Your purpose is to raise the vibration of consciousness. You getting your desire is a testimony. That's correct. Now let me flip it to you. Let me tell you something that you don't know or they don't teach you. By you getting what you want, you can actually help the person that you are trying to avoid and give them what they want instead of giving you what you want. Because when you fill your cup first, it overflows and it will help them. So you're doing it the wrong way. I always tell you guys, and I'll say it again, you have to be selfish first before you can help anybody else, my friends. Can a empty car with no gas help another car? Can two cars with no gas help each other? Can they go anywhere? Can one car with a full tank of gas help another car? Yes, because a one car with a full tank of gas can take a quarter tank and put it in the car and drive, and the car can drive and go get some more gas. So you have to remove that. You have to get that out get out your system. When you help yourself, you help others first. When you start thinking in an unlimited mindset, you help yourself and you help others. When you start thinking in a limited mindset, you hurt yourself and you hurt others. When you start giving up and giving others more than what you deserve, you hurt yourself and you hurt others. That's correct, because it feeds off of your energy. And the energy is generated by the unconscious mind, which cannot think like your regular mind does. See, your subconscious mind don't care about, it doesn't care about what you think about yourself, it doesn't care about any of that, man. It's just watching you and seeing what is the pattern we're running here. Oh, so you don't like to win and you feel like if you win, you're going to take money away from others, and you feel like if you do this, other people are going to suffer. You feel like they need it more than you, so you should just step back and let them have it. You feel like if you're doing this, more people deserve it than you. Okay, so so subconscious says, all right, so what the hell are you? Oh, I get it. So you're just like them, so you don't deserve it either. So here you go, boom, boom, boom. There you go. That's what you get. I'm telling you the truth. That's what it's going to do to you, man. It's a cruel game if you want to call it that, but it's the truth. And truth has to be told. Overflow your cup first, so when it goes over, it can get and trickle to others. The perfect example, someone mentioned this before. If you're in an airplane and the plane says, hey, what they tell you? They tell you, oh, put on your life vest first before you help someone else. Put on your oxygen mask first before you put on someone else. They don't tell you, well, go put on his life jacket and then put on yours. They're telling you, save yourself first so that you can save the other person. So, how do you avoid feeling guilty? Very simple. That we live in an unlimited multiverse and there is more than enough for everyone. That's how you avoid feeling guilty. Listen, let me tell you something. You cannot take away from other people. There is more than enough. Those other individuals have to be awakened and alert to know this knowledge, and then they'll get it for themselves. But the truth is that we live in an unlimited multiverse, that there cannot be any lack. Lack is a condition, it's a taught thing, it's a program in the matrix. It is designed to keep you in a state of dependency, a state of lack, a state of desperation, a state of neediness, and most importantly, a state of low self-concept, low self-esteem. If you're in a low self-esteem state, the money won't flow good in your life, the relationship won't flow good in your life, your health won't flow good in your life. Point blank. Why is that, Mark? Well, because it's your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind knows that there exist infinite realities. It knows there's infinite realities that you can get into. And if you want to get into the reality where you're not experiencing what you want, it'll give you just that. So what happens is, when you're in a state of low self-esteem because you feel that there's not enough, and you're taking it from someone else and you're not going it for yourself, then what happens, your mind now gets the picture that we need to cut off your supply of abundance, because that is what you want. That's what you're teaching, that's what you're saying to your consciousness. It's not in your regular mind. Your regular mind is there to help you. Your ego is not a bad thing when it comes to this. Your ego is very smart now, and it will tell you, it will look and say, well, if we're doing this, I think we're benefiting and helping people because they're going to be supply. But you know, the old saying is, you're going to save someone and then you both end up drowning, man. What's the point of doing that? It's like if you're helping people and then your energy's going down, but before you know it, both of you guys are out of nothing. So in the end, it's no win. You both lose. So what's the point of doing that? That's exactly what you're doing when you have that mentality of the mindset that you feel bad, or you feel like I'm taking it from others. I feel like if I win, they need it more. I'm gonna do that. Da 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 da. No, my friend, you need it more. You're just like that. You gotta do it because you live in an unlimited universe. That's the mindset you gotta have. Then you can help people with that stuff. See how it works. The subconscious mind captures information like that, and because it lives in the present moment. So this is why you have to always be aware, because there is no time in the subconscious mind. Once something gets in, it can instantly turn it into reality. That's correct. Don't bite the finger off trying to save someone else. That's correct. You know, there's a story that I was remembering. The story goes, there was a woman who's on the TikTok or something, like one of these things, and the man, this gentleman, ended up, you know, not that one. Okay, there's a story about the guy who got an animal, and he nurtured the animal, fed the animal, took care of the animal, and when the animal got big, the animal ate him. Okay? It's another story about a woman. Her mother was sadly passed away by the hands of another man. The man went to prison. The daughter forgave the man that unalived the mother. She forgave the man, and the man did 20-something years in prison. When the man came out, because the daughter forgave him, the daughter kept in contact with him. And when the man came out, the daughter gave the man a job. This is the same man that unalived her mother. And then a few years later, the man unalived the daughter. See that? Okay? That's a real story. So, balance. You can't go all over like that, because it's going to come back and bite you. Why did that happen? Someone asked me, why did that happen? Because people, some people, their subconscious and their programs are still stuck. It's a habit. So even though they may act like they're reformed, they come back out, they still have that habit or that tendency to commit the same thing. So to you, they'll tell you, I'm good, I'm rehabilitated in their mind. But those feelings and those habits, it's a subconscious thing. So they don't control it, the subconscious controls it. Remember, the subconscious is illogical. So if he's used to unaliving people, then he's going to unalive another person until he changes his subconscious mind. And most people aren't aware of that. Most people don't understand that is their subconscious that's driving the action. That's correct. It's the same thing. How can you manage dealing with people like that? By being balanced. The first thing you should have done in that situation, help the man, yes, that's it. But don't give him a job when he come out, because he unalived your thing. Just balance. That's how you help it. And then also your intuition, man. Your intuition is your superpower. Your intuition will tell you and guide you and show you that, hey, you're going too far, you're doing too much, this is not right. Most people ignore their intuition because they live in their logic. Their mind tells them to do it, but their intuition is telling them don't do it. But they listen to the logic before they listen to the intuition. And this is how a lot of stuff happen. And it's the same thing with this concept. You know, your mind is telling you, I don't think I should win the lottery. I don't think I should get the success, because I'll be taking it away from someone else that needs the energy. They need it more than I do. I'm let them have it. They're more poor, more hungry than I do. I'll let them have it. That's what but your intuition is telling you, no, you need to go do it. You gotta go get this. And you're saying, no, that's wrong. You're listening to your logic, but your subconscious is the thing. Remember now, subconscious. Now let me tell you, this would be wrong. I would agree with you, 100% wrong. This would be wrong if we live in a limited world, people. But we do not live in limited. There's unlimited. You cannot be in a state of lack unless you cultivate that state of lack. That's what you want. The true essence of the universe is infinity. You automatically live in an abundant universe. So you have to remember this. Keep this in your mind. Okay? That's correct. You live in an abundant universe. So next time, remember that. That's today's lesson.